This happened last week. Now, I was heading to a meeting on my bike. I'm a bike person, so I prefer using my bike to commute in the heavy traffic of Bangalore because I know I can time myself out. And there I was on Old Airport Road heading to office for a meeting. It was about 15 minutes and I was rushing in. I have this habit of checking my phone at every traffic signal. It's just a habit to check who sent a message. It's as if the world is waiting for me. But then, while that's not true, I've evolved an habit of checking my phone constantly. I pull out my phone from the pocket at the Old Airport Road signal and the phone doesn't switch on. I press the button, there's absolutely no light, the phone's dead. I try hard pressing on the phone, the Samsung on the screen blurrily lights up and then just goes off. The next 1 minute, I was in absolute panic, not knowing what to do. The first thought is my client would try to reach out to me. I have numerous contacts which are probably saved on Google, but I have a lot of ongoing conversations which have not been backed up. I have clients who are going to reach out to me for my program the coming hours because I have a program starting the next day and there are a lot of last minute closures. And I felt absolutely helpless. It felt like without my phone, I can't lead a life. I rushed through the road to find the next mobile service center, hoping that he'd be able to set it right. And subconsciously, my mind is that if it doesn't get right, I'd get into a mobile showroom right away and pick a fairly decent smartphone to handle my situation. There's as much plan happening and there is absolute chaos and panic in my mind. I'd go there, park my bike to the side, walk into a service center, and for some reason as I long press the button, the screen lights up. And there is a sudden sense of relief that the phone has started working. And I went back, headed straight into my meeting like nothing had ever happened. But that night when I sat back and I thought through this entire episode, I just realized how helpless I felt for that 10 minutes when my phone stopped working. It taught me that it was probably when something conks off, you start to value its services. It's when something goes wrong, you start to value when it was right. And this is just not the case with a mobile phone. It's also to do with our relationships. It's when things go wrong, we start to look at how things were when they were right. I picked up my phone, I saw through and I realized the phone was nearly full. There was a lot of redundant WhatsApp videos, forwards that had flooded the phone. And that was the primary reason to conk off. I sat for the next 2 hours, cleared up the phone, reduced the hard disk usage space, and it started functioning. And dear friends, that's essentially something we also need to do with our relationships. When more often than not, as we continue with our grind, there are a lot of misunderstandings, problems, issues that pile up. And one fine day, it just blows. Why? Because there are a lot of unattended issues that remain unresolved. And what's called for is probably to take stock, to clear that bin of small fights, small issues, small conflicts, like how you clear the phone, and see that you reboot and restart and move on. Dear friends, that incident at the traffic signal of my phone conking off actually made me reflect on life and how everything needs that regular service and attention. Be it your phone, your car, your bike, or even your relationships. It's important to resolve those little niggles time to time before you let it blow up one fine day. Are you doing it?